dito sa ating unang laban on a Wednesday, March 4, 2026. Good to have you with us. Again, JRU at 2-9 right now. Mapua is at 4-6. Game is underway. Martin Javier with Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio, and JRU starting off with the kill block.
And the person that you mentioned, Julia Di Matawaran, on coverage right there at the net. Underrated kasi hindi siya ganun katangkad talaga, but she's very quick and maganda yung court sense niya.
And very gritty player as well kasi pag binibigyan siya ng bola, diin kung pumalo. Here's Nina Ramos challenging the blockers and finding some success.
And that's a good sign for Nina Ramos dahil last game, yung mga unang 5-6 niya na atake talagang binablanket. Kargado na yung block na dalawa. Yung libero nasa likod, parang 4 yung kumukover sa side niya.
Talagang siya yung una sa scouting report ng Perpetual previously.
Pinahirapan ng mga atake ng St. Benilde yung Perpetual. Si Coach Sandy, malamang yun yung ginawang adjustment eh.
Off-speed mula kay Ramos, didn't work. And Nicole Long puts it down.
Power tip.
She always had that in her game. And having that quick pop-up at the middle really elevates your game.
So you gotta have low and fast sets when you're setting up Nicole Long. Freyan Garcia getting a start today. And not the ideal season for Freyan, but she's giving way para din sa mga scorers nila. And JRU is on a nice rhythm to start this one.
And better control. And JRU kasi marunong dumipensa on the floor. This team, they have two very good liberos. Si Navarra kailangan lang mahasa ng mahasa. Kasi freshman eh.
Bago pa. Oh, kinaliwa. And that's gonna work for Alec Liabres. This is the rookie Alec Liabres who has showcased her wares.
Nicole Long
getting a starting spot. Kring Batara rings the bell. Wow.
Solid hit by Kring Batara. Tama nga yung matchup, Mark. Ganda ng matchup na yan.
Nicole tsaka Kring, ano? And again, Kring Batara. 5 kill blocks previously. Oh, Raisa Ricablanca finds a spot at the back.
So I guess this would be a highly offensive game.
Oh yeah,
with a lot of hits.
That's what we want to see.
Yep.
And quality rallies.
Oo naman. Gusto natin yan, fireworks, kahit hindi bagong taon.
Oh, unang hawak ni Nicole Diala. Puntos agad.
Especially if she gets in rhythm with her gathers. Lakas pumalo, pero karamihan kasi ng palo rin ni Dehala, yung mga emergency na palo. Dahil hindi nila nasiset ng maganda. So again, it's part of the steep development curve.
And you talk about those out-of-system plays. That's when you know that siya yung medyo creative scorer nila kasi siya yung kayang gumawa ng paraan.
Siya yung bailout eh.
Yan. So 4 serving 5 Liabres. Navarra battle at the net against Freyan. Naitawid pa, good effort by Karabot. Patiabot was activated by Kavika.
Great read when the defense is scrambling on a free ball. Always go to your quick attack at the middle.
Ooh. That was a feisty put down by Yabut. 5-all. Toe-to-toe start just like their first matchup. Back row hit. Easy up for Liabres. 1-2 play. Kavika finding that open spot at the center. Look at this. Deceiving everybody for that dump. And Mapua overtakes with 3 straight points. Karabot kinuha pa. Hinabol ni Diala. Pero hindi tatawid. It's a chance ball. Set up for Freyan. Oh, change her approach. And that's why Freyan acted like she was going cross-court at the last second when off-speed down the line.
Pero wala pa tayong nararamdaman na Freyan game this season.
Yung talagang explosive.
Yung buhat.
Yan. Which again, last year, she set the scoring record with 38 points in their last game. 8-5 lead. This is now 5 straight points for the Mapua Lady Cardinals, and that will usher us in to our first technical timeout. When we return, we'll hear from Erin D.
You're still watching the NCAA Season 101 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Good to be back with you guys today, Martin and Coach Hammer. We're already nearing the playoffs here in our volleyball season, and it's just natural that our teams would start to find their identity at this point in time. Got a chance to speak to Coach Mia Tioseco and the JRU Lady Bombers, and according to her, her team is identified as a defensive team. Ika nga ni Coach Mia na normally players are more eager on offense because that's what people look at. But it's our defense that's working now, and that's something we can build on for the future. Meanwhile, for Coach Aying Esteban and Mapua, he tells me that he sees his squad as unpredictable. Sabi nga niya sa akin, minsan maganda laro namin at maganda ang rhythm. Minsan shaky kami. Okay sana kung mas consistent pa kami. And now on injury report, Rayan Lalong Isip is out with a partial ACL tear. That's according to PT Zed Martinez of JRU. Balik sa inyo, Martin and Coach Hammer.
Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, si Lalong Isip hoping to return.
Yep.
Maybe before we enter the play-in, but that's a good report on the identities of these teams. And I like the awareness of both coaches, Coach Hammer. They know what they have
as we mentioned
on their squads.
Earlier that JRU has been a very good floor defensive team. So that's something that they can bank on. Yung kabila naman, consistent. And at the end of the day, bago ka pa lang dapat pumasok sa season, alam mo na yung identity ng team mo. And even the coaches know, your opposing coaches, pag nakikita nila, yung mga coaches din natin, nag-iiwan niya ng mga bakas. Oo, kung ano talaga yung mga nire-recruit nila, ano yung game plan nila. Very minimal lang ang mga variations yan.
Yeah, kasi doon nakabase yung kung paano nila didiscard yung mga teams natin. And of course, what they have at the start of the season, as we see here, Freyan Garcia put that one away. That's not set in stone, syempre. May progression pag-aganap as we roll along with the season.
Kasi kung titignan mo nga, even when I was still watching as a fan, yung mga teams talaga, traditionally, they recruit certain type of players. Kahit kinocopy natin, nung sila Regine pa naglalaro, laging malalaki ang Arellano. Ang Perpetua, laging aggressive attackers. Hindi naman lumalayo yung mga coaching staffs na nire-recruit nila kasi it works for them Diba?
Kumbaga may
template May template talaga sila ng mga nire-recruit na players. So, papasok pa lang ng season, alam mo may buy-in na.
Tingnan kung saan nakaharap yung spiker, tingnan yung kamay, tapatan lang ninyo. Kaya, paano ba tayo mag-block? Anong binablock natin? Tingnan mo yung kamay. Anong binablock mo dun sa antena? Wala kang binablock dun. Tingnan mo dito.
Si Coach Mia medyo kalmado pa, but sensing some danger here against Mapua because this is the run mounted by the Lady Cardinals. 9-1 burst here in the first set.
So ito yung nangyayari din with JRU. They are a slow starting team. Against Perpetua, they started soft. Na ang lakas ng arrive ng Perpetual. And then, pinahirapan na nila ng pinahirapan yung Perpetual. Na sa dulo lang, ng second and third set, nakuha ng perpetual. Yun lamang.
So, magpapalit ng tao dito. Maaga si Coach Mia Relo checking in for the first time. 13-6 lead. This is now a 10-1 run. But that attack or service error by Yabut will dampen that pour of points. Ito si Relo off the bench. Bibihira pinapasok ngayong season. That should be tested here. Sobra yung atake ni Rica Blanca.
And good, pero good presence of mind by Gavica to recognize. Dalin mo dun sa best attacker mo. Kasi may angle siya to attack the newly inserted player.
That's true. Malamig pa, no?
Ooh! Uy,
That's on the line. Oh, Relo showing some magic off the bench. Look at this. That ball dropping in.
Right
at
on
the right time, yeah?
Sakto.
Jinx yun ah.
Sakto. At least insing tayo. Alam din natin yung DNA natin.
That's true. Alam din natin identity. Parang yung mga coaches natin. Fran Garcia is on a roll here in the first set.
And we want to see a very aggressive Fran Garcia. We want to see that. We want to see her get her reps, get her production. Kasi para tayo lahat, hype natin eh. Wala pa tayong nakikita eh. Na talagang diin na diin.
No, because last year,
pinatakam kasi tayo last year.
Ibang klase yan last year. And this is Julia de Matawaran. Ito yung sinasabi natin, hindi gaano katangkaran sa gitna, pero buo ang loob.
Oo. Athlete, mas bagay nga siya maging open. Open or utility. Kasi marunong din receive. Pero with the function of their team right now and the makeup, kailangan niya mag-middle. Kasi mahaba din eh.
Raisa Rica Blanca.
Raisa Rica Blanca sends it away. And Mapua with a comfortable lead. Ito po sa ating first set, Freyan Garcia. As you see, Coach Mia Chiseco here. Looking intently, Freyan in the season with 108 points so far. And that's not a lot. That's a little under 11 points per match, which is low for her standards. But she's trying to, she still has time to pick it up. Lalong-lalo ngayon, kailangan siya ng team niya. Yonko couldn't do it. Esteban, oh that's Diablos rather, able to put it away. And it is a 16-10 lead for the Lady Cardinals, making quick work of JRU here in the first.
Mapua still in the lead.
Welcome back to the coverage. You guys are still watching NCAA Season 101 via Heart of Asia. And Mapua has really set the tone here in the first set. This is how they're doing it. They launched a 9-1 run earlier. Now, all they gotta do is maintain that.
Yep. Enough caution, enough leverage. So kailangan diinan mo lang ng diinan. Pero if you're Mapua and you want to get in rhythm going into the playoffs, kailangan ready to pounce ka every time. Kailangan you put pressure every possession. Kasi at the end of the day, ang makakatapat mo rito if you're the number 4 team will be perpetual. Di ba? Or hindi, kabila pala. Kabila. So it's Letran.
Letran.
Oo. Kasi ang mangyayari, A versus A1, B2. B4, di ba? Ganyan ay B winner ng 4 at 5. And then, yung mananalo doon, makakatapat yung same bracket. Diba?
Tapos may twice to beat advantage ang siyempre 1 and 2. Yan. So Dongka coming in for the first time.
Iwas ka na doon. Kasi wala pa tumatalo doon eh. Sasakit ulo mo doon mag-prepare. So, kunin mo lahat ng panalo na pwede mong makuha.
Yeah. And again, you know, positions are still up for grabs. Lalo dyan sa Group A, number 3 and number 4. Perpetual and Benil, they have some separation already.
Actually, yun nga yung
17-11.
storyline yun eh. 3, 4, and 5. Even on the other side, it's the 4 and 3 and 4 ang na magkatikat yung team standings. Dito rin.
Drop shot is in.
Okay, let's talk about Group B a little bit. EAC has shown a ton of improvement. They were the ones who challenged Letran and forced them to their first 5-setter match.
Lahat ng games nila competitive.
Yun.
Every set competitive. Finishing lang eh. Finish.
So if you have a peaking team like that, even though they're still winless, and you face them in a play-in, medyo 50-50. And look at this. Rica Blanca with her 5th point off the block that time to give her team the 6-point lead.
18-12.
Karabot brings it to Navarra. High set for Yonko. Naabangan ni Rica Blanca. Eto na si Liabres. This will be a free ball. Running hit. Popped up. Relo couldn't do it. 1-2 play. Look at that. Nonchalant 1-2 execution by Gavica.
Medyo palobo pa nga yung 1-2 niya eh.
No look to, ha?
And the Lady Bombers call for the
Tumingin naman ng dulo. Pero nung una medyo dinidisguise pa niya na look away. Time out, Coach Mia.
Hindi mo na bola eh, nandito ka eh. Tapos kukunin mo yung dito kay Karabot na yun. Pabayaan mo, dito yung pwesto mo eh. Di ba, tama? Oh, kuha lang. Pag area nyo, di ba, ang bagal ng paa. Habol tayo. Tara.
19-12. It's been a massive Mapua takeover here in the opening set. And they're doing it as a team. Garcia has 3 points. Rica Blanca has 5 to lead the way. Liabres has also scored a bunch. Even Yabut and Ong. So, lahat dito napapuntos na ni Jem Gavica. Kring Batara.
Good setup job right there by Navarra. Saktong-sakto. Ilapit mo lang dyan sa net. Should be able to get a good hit. Kasi nagkakaproblema siya pag medyo nilalayo mo na sa net. Yung mga quick attack niya, hindi na niya nakaanggulo.
Medyo may distansya yung set. Rebustes, difficult first ball. Rica Blanca
into the net.
Low on the attempt.
Binitin pa kasi ng konti. Medyo pitin yung palo niya.
Lady Bombers.
14.
It's
serving.
now 14, serving 19.
Angelica Yonko starts it up. Ooh, inside.
It's an ace.
Wow.
On the starting team lang to eh.
Yeah.
So they need to really address that. Dahil they're very dangerous. They might catch you natin.
Shrinks down the deficit.
They've shown that again. They've challenged even the good teams in the year. So their standing is really not an indicator of how they play. Eto, regalo naman para kay Kring Batara. But it started with that heavy serve from Yonko. 4-0 run for JRU.
Pinipilit mo kasing i-A-pass na hindi naman kailangan eh. Ngayon, kung sakto ka sa katawan, di tsaka mo i-A-pass. Gagawan na lang ng paraan ng mga kasama mo. Ay, sa ganun, wala naman kalaban-laban dun eh. Ikaw pa naman libero dyan, ikaw nagdidikta dapat dyan eh. Late yung basa mo eh.
That message directed towards Princess Rebustes. Kasi si Rebu World, hindi nadidiskartehan itong mga serve ni Yonko. 4-0 spurt by JRU to make it close. Yabut was activated. Run ender by Diandra Yabut.
Nauna pa nga yung talon.
Yabut. Late na dun sa ano, no? Sa
But just
kuha.
enough.
But that was a better pickup coming from Rebustes. This
That
is
is a positional fault.
an unforced error against the Lady Bombers. Not what they needed. because that'll give Mapua a freebie and
It's now 21.
it'll enable them to
16.
restore a more comfortable lead. Kring drops it, finding a spot,
Kring Batara.
going above the net to guide that ball.
Basta lagay mo lang yan malapit sa net kahit medyo mataas maabot ni Kring.
He is on fire in the first set. 7
17-21.
points already. Pero na ngayon, manggagaling siya sa likod. Di matawaran ang nasa harap. Freyan Garcia overcooking it. Was there a check? According to our referee, there was none. But this
Well, may
will be
challenge.
challenged.
There's a challenge on the clock. Mapua
Coach
University
Mia.
for block touch.
Nabasa ko yung bibig doon ni Coach Mia. Tinatawag niya si Yonko. Sending out some instructions. This is our first challenge of the match. Was there a check ball on that Freyan Garcia attempt, who, by the way, has come alive early. As we look at the Lady Cardinals here, that's Nadine Berses ayaw tumingin sa camera. Two
Buti pa yung
liberos of
mga
JRU.
women's volleyball. Ay, mga volleyball players natin, pagka may challenge, relax lang eh.
Oo nga. Tama.
No first time, yung mga challenge, lahat nakakulot yun eh. Intense eh.
Intense lahat, no? Walang sumasayaw. Dito sa women's volleyball, they know what to do. They're used to projecting in front of the camera here. Kahit nga yata si Coach pwede sumali. Coach Aying.
No, man, nahihiya lang.
Yan lang. Si Coach Aying. But Mapua and JRU facing off in our first game. Yan, no? The more...
Baka ma-injured yung PP ha. Bayawat.
Upon review, there is a block touch.
Was there a touch?
Challenge
Uy,
of Mapua
meron.
is successful. They have 2 more remaining challenge in this
Good
set.
challenge.
Point and
From
serve.
Coach
to the front.
Aying Esteban.
Substitution for Mapua.
Nadine
Number 9
Berses
out,
will come
number
in
16, Nadine
for
Berses.
Mapua. She'll replace Yabut. And this is another player who suffered an ACL injury
22,
last
17.
year that prematurely ended her season. She was having a great run as well before that.
Maganda rin yung recovery niya.
Maganda.
Maganda yung recovery niya.
Got back her explosiveness and her quickness on the court.
Tsaka yung timing. Which is the hardest thing to recover from.
Yeah.
Smart
Freyan
draw.
reading
Garcia.
that defense well. 23-17. Garcia has 6 points already. So this is the Freyan that we know. Nadine Berses. Good server. Relo. Good placement coming from Relo.
Cross-court na. Tingnan mo naman yung palo. Gusto niya i-cross-court, pero na down the line.
Oh, yeah.
Ang paganda pa.
And on the super
Umibabaw siya sa mga blockers natin.
23.
18 serving 23. Nicole getting the chance ball. Alonia brings it to... Oh, that was Swamer, who checked in a few moments ago. Garcia was checked at the net. Freyan again gets a retake. Here's Swamer with the push. Not gonna work. Freyan rises. Oh, malamig pa off the bench itong si Swamer. So 24-18 Mapua.
The Mapua Lady
Taking care of
Cardinals are now
business.
at set point.
They are at set point.
Serving for the set is Jen Gavika.
Jem Gavika, who has been fantastic here in the opening set. Activation at the middle. Uy, Nicole Long brings it over. I don't think that was the plan for Nicole, but she rejects
entry. That's a block point for
that
Raisa
spike
Rivera.
attempt by Swamer to end the first set. How about Nicole Long recovering very quickly on the ill-advised attempt, blocking
Lady Cardinals.
that shot to end the first set. 25-18, 1 set in on lead for Mapua.